Okay guys, today we're making enchiladas. Making enchiladas, making them with corn tortilla, sauce from scratch, semi-scratch. We're going to be doctoring up an enchilada sauce to make it far, far tastier. So, let's get cooking. Go give it a taste and see how it is. Truly, can you smell that? Don't forget to click subscribe and then hit the bell also and select all. That way every time a new recipe comes up, you know about it and you can be the first to see it. So because we're making 3 different kinds of enchiladas right now, I'm actually going to double my recipe. So it's going to be 4 cans of enchilada sauce, 2 cans of tomato paste, but still just 1 can of diced chilies. We ended up changing pots because it's going to be a lot of sauce. So, you're just going to dump all of this into your pot. And this is only if you want to do a big batch. So this would be perfect for a party or, you know, Christmas or Thanksgiving. Instead of doing the traditional turkey, Mexican food is so good. Tomato paste gives it a better flavor, but it also thickens it up, and then we also change the flavor quite a bit with all of the spices that we add. So by the time we're done, we're using the canned enchilada sauce as just a base, and then we build off of that. You can absolutely make it from scratch. You know, for us with a large family, firm believer, use what you got, use what's quick if you need to, and don't feel guilty about it. It's not traditional to put green chilies in your sauce, but I love the flavor, and I love having chunks of green chilies in the sauce. It just, to me, tastes so much better. If you don't know, you can use a knife, slide it around the side, go around, and then it'll just pull it all out. Okay, so you're just gonna get your whisk, and we're gonna just give it a really good whisk to mix that tomato paste in with this sauce. Then we're gonna add all of our seasonings, and then this can go on the stove and cook on medium-low for about 20 minutes, and you can just walk away and focus on everything else for the enchiladas. We're gonna add several tablespoons. It's probably gonna be about 3 or 4 by the time you're done. I'm not one for using actual measuring spoons. Honestly, the only time I do is if I'm baking. Baking is unforgiving, you have to. Everything else I go based on our taste. We're gonna just add just a touch of oregano, and we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons. We've got the onion powder, same thing, about 2 tablespoons. We've got some paprika. This is going to be probably about 1 tablespoon. And this gives it a good color. Regular paprika doesn't really have much of a flavor unless you get a smoked paprika. We're also going to add some minced onions. And this is going to be about 2 tablespoons worth. And cumin. This makes the sauce. And this you're only going to need about 1 tablespoon worth. Cumin is a powerful seasoning, so you don't want to overdo it or it will completely take over the flavor. We're going to add some sea salt. And then we're also going to add some fresh black pepper. Now we're going to mix everything together, and you see how the color's changing into a deeper red. So when it cooks, it's going to change color a little bit more. And this is where I usually start. If I need to adjust the flavor, then I'll do it after I give it a taste when it's been cooking for a while. And if I find that it's, you know, doesn't have enough garlic flavor for us, we'll add a little bit more garlic. If we want a little bit more cumin, we'll do that. So now we're going to go ahead and put the lid on and get it on the stove, medium-low heat for about 20 minutes. Is when you're cooking your chicken after you've gotten your good sear on medium-high on both sides, cover it, turn it down to low, let it simmer. This is going to keep it super juicy. A lot of people complain about cooking chicken breast, but do this tip, you're going to have moist chicken every single time. And it's so much easier to use boneless chicken breast and then shred it for tacos or enchiladas, tamales, whatever you want, than having to pull out the bone. Pro tip, put a lid on, cook it on low, stays juicy. Moving on to our tortillas. So we have 36. We've got a big family. You want to just make 12, 14, adjust it to your family size. We also love these reheated the next day, so I usually make more than what we're going to eat for dinner so that we have lunch the next day. Corn tortillas. This is what is traditionally used in enchiladas. It's not flour. I know it's a Tex-Mex thing to have flour tortillas, but trust me, it does not taste nearly as good. So I'm going to show you how to keep your corn tortillas together the good way. All right, let's cook some tortillas. Okay, I'm going to show you guys something. Do you see how it's starting to bubble up? You know, look at this. Super easy. It's not hard, and they're really good. So go with the corn tortillas. I promise you, you'll like them. And you're going to take your tortillas and you're going to fry them in the pan. It's going to get them nice and hot, and then you'll start to see they're going to be pliable as well. So that's when you're going to know they're ready to pull out, put the filling in, wrap, and get them in your pan. See, our chicken is done. Looks so good. You're just going to stick it in the bowl, and then we're going to shred it. So you're going to take it out, let it cool for about 10 minutes before you start to shred. And then what I do is reserve some of the juice as well that's cooked in, and then I'm going to mix that in once everything is shredded. So we've got our chicken shredded. Now we're going to add some of the stock. And it's gonna, now let's just go here. Let's get the sausage right. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more cumin. Super important. Grab a clean spoon every time you taste, but you want, especially with sauces, taste it and then add what you like. For me, I'm going to add a little bit more cumin, and I may add a little bit more salt. All you're going to do is you're going to take your tortilla, you're going to fill it with your meat, you're going to fold it, flip it over. You're going to do this to all of them. So depending on, you know, if you want to just make chicken, just make chicken. If you want to make, you know, half of your casserole dish beef, half cheese, do that. Now I prefer to have our chicken so that it's not super finely shredded because we like bigger chunks when we eat. But again, if you prefer to have more shredded, just make more shredded. We're just going to add our cheese. Sprinkle your green onions on top. And we're going to cook these at 350 for about 20 minutes. Okay guys, so the only thing left is the taste test. So there's the chicken. That's really good. That sauce is so delicious. Nothing beats corn tortillas and enchiladas. So there you go guys. Super, super easy to make enchiladas, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you for the next recipe.